Let's talk about mistakes you make that potentially make your hair look greasy. If you're new to my channel and if you're not, welcome back. I'm Mike. I'm a hairdresser, a L'Oreal color specialist, a makeup fan and a skincare lover. It never gets old. In today's film, I will be talking about 5 potential mistakes you are making with your hair that makes it appear to look greasy. So if you want to find out what mistakes you could be making with your hair that it makes it look greasy, then you better keep on watching. What is the story, everyone? In today's film, I will be talking about mistakes you are making with your hair that makes it appear to look greasy. Because certain things you could do with your hair could make it look greasy, but it does not make your hair being greasy. And I did do a full film about greasy hair and products for greasy hair that I'm going to link above here. So if you want to watch that first and then come back here and check out what mistakes you are actually making with your hair that it could make it look greasy, because loads of people do think they have greasy hair, but they do not have greasy hair, because hair is not greasy. It's your scalp that gets greasy, and the greasy scalp makes your hair greasy. But some things that you do with your hair can actually make your hair look dirty and greasy. So you guys, starting with mistake number 1, washing your hair incorrectly. I am gonna sound like a broken record on this channel, but the amount of people that do not know how to wash their hair incorrectly. And if your hair is not washed correctly, it is dirty. And dirty hair could be greasy hair, because oils from your scalp will travel down, and if they're not cleansed correctly, it will still be greasy. So you could come out of the shower and your hair could still feel dirty. So make sure you wash your hair correctly. And like that, step number 1, always cleanse your hair twice. Because what the first shampoo does nothing really to your hair, and it will not lather up. The first shampoo breaks the surface tension of the hair. Rinse that off, shampoo it again, then you're gonna get a nice full lather. Start scrubbing your hair, right? So what loads of people do is they only clean the ends, when you really have to get into that scalp and scrub that in, because the lather and the shampoo is gonna travel down through the hair. So you don't have to do any of that, because what we are washing hair, we're not washing clothes. Also, loads of people overuse their conditioner, so make sure to use the correct size of the conditioner and to rinse it out correctly. I've heard loads of people saying to me, oh, should I leave a bit of conditioner in my hair or should I rinse it all off? No, make sure to rinse everything off. So like that, take your hand and just shake all that conditioner out, because otherwise conditioner is not meant to be left in the hair. So you have to make sure to rinse it out correctly, because otherwise conditioner will stay on your hair and it will make the hair feel slippy and greasy. And that leads me to mistake number 2, using the wrong hair products. This is probably a number 1 mistake that makes your hair look or appear to look greasy. Why? Because if you're using products that are not made for your hair, it will not work with your hair. Think of it this way: if you have oily skin, right, and you use an overhydrating cleanser, toner and moisturizer, your skin will look oilier. If your skin is really dry and you're gonna use something for oily skin, your skin will not get hydrated, it will just look drier. Do you know where I'm coming from? So make sure to find out whether your hair is sensitized or is it porous. And there's everything on this channel to find out the condition of your hair. So just make sure to use the correct hair care for your hair. Like that, loads of people use products that are way too heavy for their hair. Also, people that use cheaper products, and I don't like shaming people for using cheaper products, but if you're using brands like Pantene, Tresemme or Aussie, 99% it means you have product buildup on your hair, and I do see it in my chair constantly. Product buildup on the hair is when shampoos and conditioners that you use contain a lot of harmful ingredients, including harmful silicones in high amounts. Those silicones and plastic build up on your hair, giving that slip and shine, but over time they appear to make the hair look greasy. So the amount of times I had people coming in, they're like, no matter how much I wash my hair, it still feels greasy. But 90% of the time it is product buildup on your hair, and then you have to cleanse out your hair with a clarifying shampoo and start with a decent hair care routine. Like that, there is nothing wrong with supermarket shampoos, but there is certain brands that do contain a lot of silicone, because silicone is going to give you that slip and shine to the hair. But like that, they load it up with silicone because silicone is cheap, and it does make your hair feel and appear to be greasy when it's actually not greasy. Also, if your hair is normal and you're like, all right, well, I think my hair is dry, but it's not dry, and you use a really hydrating shampoo and then you get a mask, and your hair is actually fine, so you need a conditioner instead of a mask, your hair will be just too heavy. Those products are too heavy for your hair, so when you're gonna wash it, it's gonna appear and feel too greasy. So make sure that you're using correct shampoo and a conditioner and a styling product for your hair. And like that, certain styling products can make your hair greasy. So if you're using a leave-in conditioner that's for dry hair and your hair isn't dry, that is going to be too heavy in your hair, because that product contains too much nutrition that wants to pop into your hair, but your hair does not need that nutrition, so it's just going to sit on top of the hair. Your styling tools are dirty. This is actually a very interesting one, because we need to make sure that we, one, wash your brushes, and two, wash your straighteners and styling tools. Why? Right, so that's all going back to a build-up of products. So if you've been using, let's say, Tresemme, Partena or Aussie that have build-up on your hair over time, and you straighten your hair, that product, right, that silicone is going to build up on your plates or on your brush, so it's going to transfer. If you keep using that, that is just going to keep transferring back onto your hair. So think of it this way, right? You use a cloth to wash your face with, but you don't wash the cloth, and there is loads of oil and buildup and dirt on that cloth, and then every day you wipe your face with that. What's going to happen? That dirt is going to transfer back onto your face. So it's very important to make sure all your styling products are clean. Also, especially when it comes to straighteners, right? If you're one of those people that straighten your hair all the time, every single day of a day, and let's say you put like a heat protector in and straighten it, next day heat protector in and straighten it, the next day you don't put a heat protector in and straighten it, your hair has so much product buildup on it, and probably dirt and oil at that stage. All that heat is actually burning that product into the plate, so then you're literally adding on top of the issue. So just make sure your heat styling tools are clean. Using too much dry shampoo. Dry shampoo, like I said, I am not a fan of dry shampoo, because dry shampoo, it's not a magic in a bottle. And dry shampoo can actually make your hair appear to look dirtier and greasier. Why? Because loads of dry shampoos do contain powder, talc, etc, etc, and that basically builds up on your hair. And then if you're going over and you're going to shampoo that off your hair, and you're using something that's, let's say a Pantene made sulfate-free shampoo. We know that sulfate-free shampoos are not as strong as shampoos with sulfate, and you have a buildup of dry shampoo in your hair. That shampoo will not cleanse out the dry shampoo out of your hair correctly. Also, if you're not washing your hair correctly, so you're just doing a one wash and you're hoping for the best, and it's a sulfate-free formula, so it's gentler on the hair, your hair is basically still dirty after washing it, so it could appear and feel and look greasier to your hair. No dermatologist will ever tell you to apply makeup on dirty skin. So dry shampoo is a savior when it comes to like, right, I have to go somewhere and my hair just looks in bits. But if you overload it because you think that washing your hair less is making your hair greasy, but you're putting on dry shampoo because your hair is greasy, there's something not right. You brush your hair too often. And like that, we're going back in circles. So you brush your hair too often with a brush that probably hasn't been cleaned in ages. First things first, a brush, if you take a brush and brush your hair, right? Brush will transfer the oils from your scalp, sebum, onto the end. So if you brush your hair too much, if you touch your hair too much, you're literally pushing that oil from your scalp to your ends, which appear to make it look greasier. So like we said, it's not hair that is greasy, it's scalp that gets greasy, and the oil travels down onto your hair. So if you brush your hair 20 times a day, you're bringing that oil down and down and down and down. Also, if you haven't cleaned your brush in ages, that brush probably has a buildup of either product or it has buildup of oil and grease. So you're putting grease on top of hair. So you're making a number one mistake on that. And how many of you ever looked at your brush and you've seen like white dots on it? Think about it this way. Look at the brush and see it nearly looks like dandruff. That is actually a buildup of silicone and plastic on your brush. And if you're brushing your hair with that, you're adding into the issue. When it comes to mistakes for making your hair look and appear oily, it's all down to small things. Remember, wash your hair correctly with the correct products that suit your hair. Because if you're not washing your hair correctly with incorrect hair products, those products could be too heavy for your hair, it could not be good for your hair, and it will make the hair appear and feel greasier. Make sure to constantly clean your straightening irons, your curling irons, and your brushes, because if you're straightening your hair or brushing your hair that contains grease on it or buildup of product, and then you keep using that on top of it, you are adding into the issue, because your hair may not be oily, but there could be buildup of product. Anyways guys, thank you for watching today's film. I hope you found this film rather interesting, helpful and useful. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my other social media. And of course you guys, please do take care. Bye.